Good evening, Council. I am happy to be presenting this year's budget. As you are aware, we began this process in December and have a number of meetings with each department head to help hone their individual department budgets. I want to thank the Council for their time during the budget workshops and ask that the public hearing be set for May 5th. In August of last year, Greg Muller, Director of Communications, led the process of creating a vision statement for the town with our employees. As you know, the vision statement is primarily intended for internal employees. It's a small message that describes what an organization aspires to be. After surveys and focus groups, I'm proud to share our new statement: to be the best place to live and work on Maryland's Eastern Shore. And if you want to tease it out further, we think that Easton sets the bar for other towns, fostering a safe, welcoming, culturally diverse, and sustainable environment for its constituents. We provide the finest amenities and conveniences while maintaining the historical character and small town charm that makes Easton vibrant and unique. Easton is a growing town that offers many benefits to its residents and has shown consistent growth over the past decade, which reflects the attractiveness of our town as a place to live, work, raise a family, and retire. We have a thriving downtown that highlights the small town feel. We have wonderful amenities like our many parks and trail systems, a safe community, and infrastructure. We have a vibrant culture that includes inclusive events and celebrations, a beautiful art museum, fabulous restaurants, one with a James Beard award-winning chef, numerous galleries, and a first-rate music venue in the heart of town. We have a talented, dedicated, and skillful workforce who play important roles in delivering essential services effectively and efficiently. And we continue to invest in our infrastructure, amenities, and employees, all while not raising taxes since 2008. Along with creating our vision statement, employees chose 3 core values most important to them in the work they do: safety, service, and character. Safety is paramount to our organization. Across all our branches, we do everything in our power to ensure safety and well-being of our residents, visitors, and employees. We are a premier destination on Maryland's Eastern Shore, built up by the services and amenities that we provide. Our morals and standards are the backbone of our organization. We take pride in the work we do and the services we provide, acting as responsible stewards of the town and its resources. You'll see how those core values have been integrated into actions and expenses throughout this year's budget. It's important to recognize the integral role that public safety plays in ensuring our residents can fully enjoy and benefit from our community spaces. Our town's commitment to public safety enhances the well-being of our residents and contributes to making Easton a desirable place to live. Nationwide police departments have been having a difficult time recruiting qualified officers. The town of Easton is no different, but we've been making a conscious effort to ensure officers have the tools they need to keep our community safe, and that we provide an attractive benefit package to recruit and retain our talented officers. In 2024, our officers responded to over 22,000 calls for service, resulting in 541 arrests, an increase over the previous year. Last year, we completed the take-home car program, and 3 members of the department became drone pilots. This team works alongside our SWAT team, assists in search and rescue operations, and accident reconstruction. Our budget contains the necessary tools our officers need to complete their jobs, including vehicles, tactical accessories, and training. It's important that our officers feel safe and that we provide everything we can to protect their well-being while on the job. Our engineering department works closely with many of our other departments on projects throughout the town. Together with the police, they have made important infrastructure improvements that make Easton a more walkable, bikeable, safe community. Last year, we added over 1,800 linear feet of new sidewalk, most notably on South Aurora, Brant Court, and Canvasback. We resurfaced 3,000 linear feet of trail, completed the storm drain project on South Washington Street in front of the hospital, which included 400 feet of new sidewalk. We added 88 crosswalks at some intersections. In the FY26 budget, we continue investing in our infrastructure with projects such as upgrading all of our traffic signals and intersections, extending our popular rail trail through Moton Park to Easton Point Park, completing the East Avenue Storm Drain project, and our annual paving. We're very excited to have these projects underway and plan on completing the ARPA-funded traffic light conversion project that will reduce cycle time and offer push-button crossings for safer pedestrian crossings. The take-home message is less time waiting at red lights and a clearer understanding of when it's safe to cross the road.
I have a question.
Yep.
How many linear feet of road were paved?
Well, I'm not sure, but we'll go back to you on that one.
Thank you.
Last year, with the help of former Councilman Ron Engel, Washington College stakeholders and staff, the town created our Strategic Highway Safety Plan, which outlines our approach to tackling issues such as speeding and distracted driving around town. This plan is an important first step in applying for state funding to tackle some of our larger projects. FY25 funded the major part of our efforts in making our streets safer for motorists, pedestrians, and bicyclists with the inclusion of the Complete Street Strategic Study. Our consultants at Wallace Montgomery are performing an external audit of our town roads and walkways to identify problemed areas and provide equitable solutions for motorists, cyclists, and pedestrians. While Phase 2, which is funded in this year's FY26 budget, will involve additional community meetings and create and implement design solutions. This project relies heavily on community input. We'll be reaching out at various times throughout the process to make sure people are able to participate. We cannot overstate the importance of our volunteer fire department. The Easton Volunteer Fire Department is a huge asset to our residents, and we respect the men and women who give up their family time and their safety to keep our community safe. The town supports the volunteer fire department in a number of ways, including donating the land for their new training facility, which will benefit all first responder agencies on the Eastern Shore. In the FY26 budget, we continue to support the equipment that will allow them to effectively do their jobs and to be safe while doing it. We're proud of the work they do and are grateful they're watching over our town every day. These projects, some recently completed, others underway, and several planned for the year ahead, reflect our continued commitment to public safety in all its forms. Whether it's investing in safer streets, ensuring our police officers are well equipped and trained, or making sure our volunteer fire department has what it needs to respond to emergencies safely and effectively. We're supporting the people and infrastructure that help keep our community safe each day. Our Public Works Department is one incredibly talented and hardworking team. The scope of their work is truly impressive, ranging from essential daily services like trash and bulk pickup, street sweeping and maintenance, and maintaining our beautiful parks, to larger scale projects like storm drain improvements, sidewalk construction, and park upgrades. Their work is a direct reflection of our core value of service, quietly improving the quality of life for everyone in Easton. There are infrastructure projects all over town that you can see, and just as many behind the scenes, that have a direct impact on how our community functions and feels. And our Public Works Department embodies one of our core values of service. Easton is a premier destination on Maryland's Eastern Shore, and that's no accident. It's built quite literally by the services and amenities we provide throughout all of our departments. It's often the little things that make a big difference in how a town feels, and our public work crews are behind so many of them, and their scope of the work is wide. This year's budget includes funding for major efforts like building new sidewalks and replacing aging storm drains, as well as ensuring our team has the safety equipment and tools they need to do the job well and safely. Thanks to their experience and skills within the department, many of these projects can be done in-house, saving us significant time and money and giving us greater control over quality and timelines. These are the kind of investments that quietly improve the life for everyone who lives in or visits Easton, and we're fortunate to have such a capable and committed team delivering them. After several winters without much snow, this year reminded us what a Maryland winter can look like. It's not quite like an upstate New York winter, but it gives you an idea. With 3 significant storms, 2 of them dropping more than a foot of snow, our Public Works and Building Facilities crew rose to the challenge. They worked through the night to clear the roads and sidewalks, ensuring our essential workers could get to where they needed to go. And incredibly, even with all of that snow, our sanitation team didn't miss a single day of service, continuing a streak that now stretches over 15 years. It's a testament to the dedication, coordination, and hard work of these teams, and we're grateful for all they do, especially when the weather doesn't cooperate. They are always prepared. They must always be prepared to respond to any expected emergency that arises. One of the things that makes Easton truly unique is that we own our own utility company. That's something most towns can't say, and it gives a tremendous advantage when it comes to coordination, service delivery, and community investment. Easton Utility is more than just a service provider. They're a true community partner. Our staff interact with Easton Utilities in some capacity almost every day. We work together on permit reviews, construction planning, and field coordination. Our public work teams partner with their crews on overlapping projects, and we rely on their locate teams before starting any underground work. To close, day-to-day collaboration helps keep our infrastructure projects safe, efficient, and on schedule, and it's one of the many ways that together we're able to deliver high-quality service to our residents. Last year's capital budget included several major equipment purchases, including a new tipper trash can truck and 2 large dump trucks, important investments that strengthened our fleet and supported our ability to serve the community. While this year's capital spending is significantly lower, we remain well equipped and fully prepared to meet the needs of the community. In alignment with our core value of service, we're now focused on maintaining the investment we've made over the past few years, finishing the ARPA-funded projects that are still underway, ensuring we continue to deliver dependable, high-quality service around all areas of town. Our parks say a lot about who we are as a community, and they're one of the clearest reflections of our core value of character. I'm incredibly proud of the parks and green spaces that we've built and maintained over the years. They're true gems of Easton, places that bring people together, promote wellness, and add to the heart and identity of our town. These photos are just a glimpse of what our park system offers. More than 300 acres of park throughout Easton, with truly something for everyone. Whether it's a quiet place to read, a lined field for league play, a trail for walking or biking, or a park tucked into your own neighborhood, our community is full of spaces designed to reflect the need and character of our residents. We now have over 5 miles of trail, with more being planned, a dedicated dog park, and a skate park and pump track that have quickly become community favorites. We recently welcomed Vickers Park, our newest town park, to the list. And we're in the early planning stages for Woodland Park, our largest park at almost 200 acres, that promises to bring even more communities for recreation and connection. Our parks are diverse and well-maintained, so no matter who you are or where you live in Easton, you should be able to find a park that feels just right for you. One of our biggest priorities and one of the clearest ways we can improve the quality of life for residents is increasing walkability and connectedness throughout town. This has been a focus of our work. The last year's budget allowed us to make real progress on that front. We've added ADA accessible crosswalks, started the installation of the push-button pedestrian signals at all signalized intersections, extended and repaired sidewalks, and resurfaced sections of the rail to trail. We've also begun key extension projects, and we're working closely with community partners like Talbot Thrive to keep the momentum going. In fact, each week the town, along with our partner agencies Talbot Thrive and the YMCA, have a walk-run club that meets at Idlewild Park. That group is growing in size, with over 70 people attending last week. Walkability isn't just about infrastructure, it's about building a more connected, inclusive, and accessible community. This remains a focus in the new budget as we continue to build on these efforts, ensuring Easton is a place where everyone can move through the town easily and safely. And one of the things that makes Easton a great place to live, and a key part of what defines our character, are the community events that bring us together. These events help create connections, celebrate our shared values, and foster a sense of pride and belonging. They're a reflection of who we are as a town, a place where people come together to enjoy each other's company and strengthen the fabric of our community. This slide highlights just a few of the many we support in the budget, from weekend events to holiday celebrations. These events not only make Easton a great place to live and raise a family, but they also serve as a reminder of the strong community bonds that make this town so special. And the town continues to fund the Easton Economic Development Corporation, which plays a vital role in not only supporting the retention and recruitment of businesses, but also in fostering the growth of our local economy. The EEDC manages our state-designated Main Street and arts and entertainment districts, which help attract visitors, support downtown businesses, and provide valuable resources for small businesses throughout the area. They also assist local businesses in accessing state grant funding opportunities, such as Project Restore, helping bring additional investment and revitalization to town. A vibrant downtown is essential to promoting tourism, supporting local businesses, and enhancing the town's visibility, benefiting the entire community. In addition to these responsibilities, the EEDC plans and hosts many of our town's signature events, such as the Holiday and St. Patrick Day parades and the Fire and Ice Festival, the events that foster a sense of community and draw people near and far. Our parks and community events contribute to the character of our town. They bring people together, create shared experiences, and contribute to the sense of well-being and connection that defines Easton. This year's budget continues our investment in parks with funding to complete bond-related projects with materials already purchased. And we've added significant new parkland over the past few years. We're also placing greater emphasis on maintaining and enhancing what we have, making sure every space remains safe, accessible, and welcoming. We're expanding programs too, supporting youth and adult leagues, growing community events, and keeping our parks active and engaging for all ages. These efforts don't just enhance our amenities, they help shape the character of our town. And it's always encouraging when others take notice of what we already know, that Easton is a special place. Over the past year, we've been recognized by national publications and organizations as one of the top small towns and best places to visit. These accolades are a reflection of the hard work, thoughtful planning, and community spirit that defines Easton. And at the same time, we continue to maintain our strong financial standing with a AA rating from Fitch and an AA2 rating from Moody's. These affirmations speak to the town's solid fiscal management and our ability to invest in Easton's future while staying financially responsible. It's important to remember that the last few years were shaped by significant one-time funding sources, bond dollars, and ARPA investments that allowed us to build up our town in meaningful ways. That period of growth positioned us well, but now we shift our focus to the responsibility of maintaining what we built. This year's budget is lean, focused on sustaining our progress by investing in the essentials. That means making sure every department has the tools, equipment, and safety resources they need to do their jobs well. It also means continued investment in training and support for our staff so we can deliver high-quality service to our residents. This year's budget reflects that transition from building up to maintaining and strengthening the foundation we've required. It's not as exciting as building new things, but maintenance is essential in keeping our assets and amenities functional. We began the process back in December of 2024, and I want to thank our department heads, our Director of Finance, and our interim town manager for their collaboration, input, and patience throughout. This year's proposed budget is slightly less than last year's as we begin to trend back down from the elevated levels of funding that were made possible by bond dollars and ARPA support. These investments allowed us to grow and strengthen our infrastructure and amenities, and now we need to sustain those gains. As always, we began with more requests than we could fund and worked through each department's needs to arrive at a responsible, balanced budget that maintains service, supports our staff, and focuses on the tools and equipment and training needed to do the job well. Since 2008, the town of Easton has kept the property tax rate at 52 cents per $100 of assessed value, and I'm proposing we keep that same rate for the FY26 budget. When you compare tax rates across the region, Easton stands out. We have the second lowest municipal property tax rate among surrounding towns, but we're also the largest community and provide the most comprehensive range of services. From trash bulk pickup, street and sidewalk maintenance and construction, our top-notch police and fire department, our fabulous parks and trail system, and so much more, our residents benefit from a level of service that is unmatched in our region. This is a direct reflection of our core values: safety, service, and character, and our vision of Easton as a vibrant, connected town where people can live, work, and retire. We remain committed to delivering high-quality services in a fiscally responsible way, ensuring Easton continues to be a great place to call home. So much of what we do as a town is visible, but over the past year, we've also been hard at work behind the scenes, strengthening the foundation of how we operate as an organization. In the FY25 budget, we started a number of important internal initiatives, some of which are complete and others that will continue into the FY26 budget. That includes hiring a new town manager, leadership training, updating our employee handbook, a comprehensive salary study, transitioning department heads to exempt status, and working towards the implementation of new financial software. We're also adding safety features to the town building and continuing to build a workplace culture that reflects our mission, our vision, and our core values. These internal improvements may not always be visible to the public, but they're essential to delivering the high level of service our community expects. Grant funding plays an important role in supporting our work and extending our impact. In the past year, we've received several key grants, and we've submitted additional applications this spring that, if awarded, will help support the FY26 budget and beyond. These grants help us stretch local dollars further and move forward with important projects that benefit our entire community. We also regularly support other local organizations as they pursue state and federal funding for their large-scale initiatives. While those funds may not flow directly through to the town's budget, the success of these projects has a meaningful impact on Easton, improving quality of life and supporting economic development and strengthening the services and spaces we all rely on. In another way, we live out our commitment to service and collaboration. The town's largest economic development project is Mistletoe Hall, an 86-acre parcel of land which has been subdivided into 13 lots as a business and commerce park. In 2018, the town celebrated the groundbreaking for this park with the Economic Development Administrations. The EDA funded the infrastructure development of this project, with Easton Utilities partnering in the installation of the utility services, and Midshore Regional Council's effort assisted in the application and receipt of the EDA grant. To date, 6 of the 13 lots have been sold, and we expect a number of those projects to break ground this fall, including an international company developing and producing agricultural feed supplements. We already had the groundbreaking for the Volunteer Fire Department's emergency training facility, which we expect to be completed in December. When we talk about leveraging partnerships, nothing compares to this project. As we look ahead, our path is clear: to continue building on the progress we've made, to care for the investments entrusted to us, and to deliver on the priorities that matter most to our residents. This year's budget reflects a shift from growth driven by outside funding to careful maintenance, steady service, and smart planning for what comes next. We're strengthening the foundation we built together, making sure every department has what it needs to serve our community with excellence, and preparing for the opportunities and challenges ahead. Our mission is to provide high-quality services and amenities that support a safe, connected, and welcoming community. This budget supports that mission and reflects our commitment to their core values of service, character, and safety. It's the work we do every day, seen and unseen, that keeps Easton moving forward and keeps it a place we're proud to call home. Thank you.